today we are going to start with Unit 3, creating your first business intelligence project. So in this particular unit, we will be studying about business intelligence project. So let us begin with our Unit 3. First of all, business intelligence project. Business intelligence project, it is a term which is used to describe the planning, the assessment, the development and the implementation of business intelligence in a company. Usually, our business intelligence tool, they will help the managers to build such a project. Like, we have understood that business intelligence, in business intelligence, what do? We make use of all the data and we convert it into the information, and this information will be utilized to help our business grow. Like for an example, we can say, suppose we have a supermarket. In the supermarket, we have number of products. So whenever a customer buys a product, so that will serve our project as the data. Now, all this data about the customer, their liking, their choices, what do they want to buy at what point of time, all these things, they will serve as data for our project. So basically, in this project, business intelligence project, we will analyze all this data and using various models, using dimensional modeling and using various steps, we will convert this data into information. And this information will be represented to the end user who can utilize this information to develop the new strategies, to do more planning about the business. So that is why we need to build a business intelligence project. So the main concern of any business intelligence project is for any person with the responsibility or decision-making capacity in a company to have all appropriate, precise and relevant information now, which will ultimately convert it into a valid and useful tool, which will be used as the basis, as reinforcement or the argument when it comes to making important decisions for the organization. So this business intelligence project that you're going to build, this project will be used by the executive, by various analysts, by various managers, by various people of the organization who will use this project to get the valid information. And this valid information, what will it help into? It will help to make important decisions for the organization, for their business. So that is why we need to build a business intelligence project. So let us understand it with the help of few examples. Like, we are here discussing few of the business intelligence project. Like what all project you can think about. What all project are nowadays required. First of all, a project, business intelligence project, it can be built on evaluating recommendation for the users. Today, we all are using our OTT platform. We are using Netflix, we are using Amazon Prime, we are using YouTube and all these things to watch the things that we are interested into. So suppose we are talking about Netflix. You watch a movie on Netflix. So when you click on that movie, this will serve as a data for that particular app. Next time, whenever you open this Netflix, so all these recommendations related to the movie you had earlier watched will be provided to you. So you will feel like, since those movies will also be of your interest, if you like action movies, if you like thriller movies, you will see a series of those kind of movies. So you feel like watching them. So once you watch those movies, this will benefit that particular app. So that is why evaluating recommendation for the users. Netflix, which is an app, which whenever you click something, it will be serving as a data for that, and next time you will be recommended for those things, for those related movies. This happens with every platform. Like even we do online shopping, then also this happens if we buy a product. So similarly, product related, more things related to that product will be displayed to you. So that happens when you're evaluating the recommendations of the users. So this is a particular business intelligence which can be built, and if it is built successfully, it will be serving a huge benefit for the organization, for that particular business, whether it is e-commerce, any online shopping site, whether it is watching movies, any business it is. So this can be one business intelligence project. Another, predicting sales of a supermarket chain. Now, if you have any supermarket, like we have D-Mart, we have Reliance Mart, we have Big Bazaar, we have number of them. So these are all supermarket chains. Now, a project can be built who can predict the sales of this supermarket. That what is the maximum sale this supermarket into. And if this information is analyzed properly, so that particular supermarket chain, they can build more and more products related to that, and they can benefit a lot. So this business intelligence project, it can be built on predicting sales of a supermarket. Next, classification of the loan application. If we talk about bank now, so in the bank, number of loan application come over. That these people, they aspire to get the loan from the bank. Now, proper classification of these application has to be done. That means who should be allowed how much of loan, whether the person is eligible for the loan or not. So these there are number of queries whenever a loan has to be given to a person. A number of documents are required, number of queries will be done. So this is also a big process. So a project, business intelligence project, it can be built on the classification of the loan application. Then product classification for any organization who is building number of products. Now you have to classify these products into various categories. Like if you are building products for small children, you are building some products for the teenagers, you are building some products for the old age people. So you have to classify your products in such a way that if you get to know that this particular product, it belongs to a teenager. So similar to those products you can recommend to that particular person. That teenager will not require will have no interest into the products which are required by the small children. So you have to classify your products according to the age, according to the area, according to the demographics. So you have to classify your products. So for that also you can build a proper business intelligence product. Then building a face recognition system. Today, everything, it is done on biometrics. So we can build a whole face recognition system. This face recognition system will help us to allow to authenticate any person access to the data which is present there. So for authentication, we can build a face recognition system. So even this will require you number of steps to be done. So that can be another example of business intelligence product. So with these few examples, we have seen so that this business intelligence, it can be applied in almost every area nowadays. Whether we are talking about shopping, whether we are talking about watching TV, whether we are talking about banking, any and every field, whether healthcare, finance, teaching, everywhere this business intelligence can be used and applied in a useful way to benefit the organization. Now, we have seen that how important this business intelligence project can be for any organization. So we should understand the step-by-step procedure to build a business intelligence project. If some organization, it starts that it feels that it wants to build a business intelligence project for its company. So this is not a very simple process, and even this has to be done by a whole team of people. They can be not a single person who can just develop this project and hand it over to you. A whole team of people would be required to carry on this kind of business intelligence project, because it consists of number of steps to be done. So let us understand step by step that what all things are required to be done to build a business intelligence project. First of all, the very first step is project planning. Whenever we decide to build a project, so the first and foremost thing that we require before starting building the project is to make a whole plan for it. We should understand first of all what are the objectives of building this project. We need to plan that what all people will be required, how much time would it require to build such a product, and finally what results will be recovered from this particular project. So the very first step to build this project will be the project planning, which will include all the data, all the things which we require for building the project. So the very first step is project planning. Second step will be business requirement definition. Now, this is the second step. This basically means we need to analyze the requirement for this project. For this, for whichever company we are building the project, we have a team of people who will do this task of requirement analysis. This particular team, they will go to various executives, to various managers, to various IT team people to understand that what exactly do they require from this project. What are their expectations? What all things are required? So the second step will be here, business requirement definitions, that what are the requirements with this project. After this, when the requirements are clear to the developers, that what is required from this project. Now, the third step that they are going to do, the developers, they are going to perform is business intelligence or the ETL. ETL is the extract, transform and load. ETL tool, selection and then their installation. We have to select. There are a number of tools related to business intelligence in the market. There are a number of tools available. So we have to select. We have to analyze those various tools and we have to make clear into our mind that which tool will serve our purpose, which tool will serve the requirement that are to be performed using this project. We have various tools like we have SPSS, we have SAS, we have MicroStrategy. Number of tools are there in the market. So now the third step is to select the proper tool, and once you have done this process of selecting the correct tool, you have to install that tool so that you can make use of it. So this is another very important step, which is the tool selection. Because once the right tool is selected, the further carry on of the process of this project will become very easy for you. So this is another important step, which is tool selection and then installation. Now, after the tools are selected, simultaneously two processes can go along. One is data modeling. In data modeling, we will be doing the dimensional modeling and the physical design of the project. That means in this data modeling, what we are going to do, we are going to make the physical design of our data, that what all data is required. Dimensional modeling, like that, we have to analyze that what all dimensions are required for the analysis of any particular thing. Like if there's a supermarket, on basis of what all dimension we can view or we can generate the reports. Like we can have the time dimension. If there is a particular executive of the organization, of the supermarket, he wants to analyze that what are his sales of this supermarket in this quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 or quarter 4. With the help of quarter, he wants to analyze his data. Or he wants to analyze his data on the monthly basis or yearly basis. So time dimension can be one thing. Then there can be location dimension. If there is a supermarket, there is a chain of supermarket and it is into various cities, so location can be another dimension for it. Products, what all products are delivered by that particular supermarket, so that will be another dimension. So this is a very huge step which will require to model all that dimension and to create the physical design of our project. After that, simultaneously, you can do the next step, which is business intelligence application, design, reports and dashboard design specification. So you have to design once on one side dimensional modeling is going on the other side you can specify the design for various reports. That using the data, what all reports can be produced. What would be the dashboard design specification? If somebody wants to see the report of the project, so how will that be done? How will analysis of this project will be done? What all reports can be produced? What all dashboard specification can be done? So that will be another thing that will carry on. After that, business intelligence application development will take place. That will develop the whole application. So once these two things are done simultaneously, we can do the deployment process. Now, deployment process is to install this project for the organization. Once we have done all the data modeling, we have developed the application, the next step would be to deploy that project for the application. Means to allocate or to start our project for that particular organization. That is deployment. And this is not the end. Once a project is deployed, this will not be the end. What is more of things that are required? That will be the maintenance. Maintenance is another important aspect of any project. Once the project is done, continuous maintenance is required. Now this maintenance, this can be also number of type, like it can be corrective maintenance, it can be preventive maintenance. What happens in corrective maintenance? If some error occurs, some bug occurs, we have to correct it. So that is corrective maintenance, when we wait for some error to occur and when we get to know that there is some error, we rectify it. That is known as corrective maintenance. Another maintenance is preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance is we prevent our whole system from occurring of any error. We do not allow our system to have any error. That is called preventive maintenance. So these two types of maintenance can be done for the project, and further we need to work on the growth of the project. If we want to, any organization, it wants to grow. So it has to continuously work on the growth of the business intelligence project, and for the growth it might require again following all these steps. So these are few of the steps that are required for any business intelligence project to work on.